Hello, my name is Ganji Rajesh. I'm an data analytics intern at StarTech Academy. In this internship, I had two tasks to solve. In first task, I used MS Excel tool, and in second task, I used SQL. In first task, I was given data and I was supposed to analyze data and create tables, pivot tables, and dashboards. In second task, I had given data set related to sports. It was related to IPL, Indian Premier League cricket matches, and one of the data set contains data of ball by ball, and another data set contains match wise data. So in first task, this was the data set given to me. It contains 8 features: item identifier, item fact content, item type, outlet identifier, outlet establishment year, outlet location type, outlet type, item outlet sales. I drew a pivot table, which gives outlet identifiers, and these are the identifiers. There are 20 outlet identifiers, and this gives number of such outlets in data set. Outlet 010 has a count of 218, and total such number of outlets are 3303. And in next pivot table, I got sum of sales for each outlet identifier. For outlet out 010, sales were 73,086 rupees, and this gives grand total sales of all outlet identifiers. And this is a pivot table which gives some sales for each item type and outlet type. For example, this gives sum of sales for baking goods and in outlet 010, and this gives total sales in outlet 010. This gives total sales in outlet 013. Similarly, all these gives sum of total sales in each outlet, and this gives sum of sales in each food category or food item. And in this pivot table, we we will get we got this represents sum of sales in baking goods and outlet 010, and I applied a filter which this table gives this table gives this in this table low fat content food items were removed. When we compare both these tables, we can sense the difference. In first pivot table, baking goods were 4,702, but in second pivot table it was just only 3,239, and the rest the difference is for low fat content food items. And I also applied a slicer. This gives low fat values for low fat content items, and this gives for regular fat content items. And we can also observe that item types hard drinks, health and hygiene, household and others are not available for item types are not available for regular fat content feature. And in second part I worked on visualization part, and this visual gives net profit and profit margin for this data set. We can observe that net profit has been constantly increasing, and this visualization tells us that revenue revenue for years 2016 to 2020, and it rose from 2016 to 2017. It rose, it risen a bit, and then in third year it was same. From fourth year onwards it was increasing slowly, and this visual gives expense breakup of this table. We can observe that cost of goods sold occupies major chunk, and this bar chart gives expenditure items, item target versus achieved. In second task, I was given sports data. I created two tables. First table, I created a table called as matches with features like ID, innings, over one, ball, and bowling team, extras type, and their respective data types. I also created another table called as deliveries and their respective features and their data types. I inserted I imported data into these two tables using a schema. I I I gave right click on table and chose this table data import wizard. I chose location of file, and I imported data using this procedure. After importing data, I used this command to obtain 10 records in table deliveries. These are the records I obtained by using this command. I used this command to count all records in table deliveries. There were 1,93,000 records in table deliveries. I used this command to obtain records in matches table. These were the records, and I used this command to obtain records in table matches which were played on this specific date 2013-05-02. So result was there were only two matches which were played on this specific date. I used this command to obtain records where result is equal to runs and result margin is greater than 100. And these were the results, and I used this command to obtain records where tie happened in matches. These were the matches which were tied. I used this command to count total number of matches, total number of cities in matches table. There were 8 1 12. So the thank you all.